My goal for this video will be to break down what is the fastest possible way to go from being a new designer, someone who's maybe done a few web designs before but has never actually earned money from it, to getting to the point where you can travel anywhere you want in the world whilst earning money from clients that you find online and having the skills necessary to be able to actually run a remote business. Now, I've actually just finished producing the Freedom Roadmap, a free step-by-step guide to successfully running your dream one-person remote design business, so you can live where you want and how you want. If you'd like to download it and discover where you are along the journey to freedom, then check out the link in the description. So what I'm going to do is condense down everything that I've learned in the last 7 years of running my remote business and try and think of ways for you to get to the point where you can start earning as rapidly as you can. Now, what I want to mention first is that starting is the most important part of this. As soon as you get your first client, it basically sets off a flywheel of improvement that's going to allow you to get really into the game. So, you get one client, you start to get more experience, you then have a case study which you can then show to more clients, and it just begins that momentum. The ball starts to roll, and once you get that momentum going, it gets so much easier. So be ready for a challenge, but also remember that the outcomes are so worth it. All right, so let's go through the 5 steps that it takes to start earning from your web design business. The first step is to choose a high growth niche. Choosing a niche industry rather than being an all-rounder will make your life so much easier. So at this early stage, choose a niche industry that you have an interest in and that has plenty of growth and opportunities within it. For this example, let's just say that you choose SaaS companies as your niche. Step 2 is to start practicing how to create amazing websites for this niche. And this is so simple. All you need to do is go on Google and type in top SaaS company websites. This will bring up one of those listings of the top 25 SaaS websites. And all you need to do at this stage is go through and just click through all of those sites and start to collect top level websites that are in the industry that you've chosen. Now, at this stage, I think it's really good to be quite selective. So if you've got a list of 25 top websites in your industry, then just choose 7 or 8 of them that you think are the absolute best, the ones that look the best, the ones that have the most modern and interesting designs, and then just take those designs and use a tool to screen grab and bring them into your design tool. Now, one caveat I want to make right away is that this is not about you copying one for one these websites. That's absolutely not the right way to go. But what you should be doing is looking at these sites and starting to break down what are the fundamental building blocks of the design, what are the principles that have made these designs successful. And I think as a first step, if you're a beginner designer, it's great to actually go ahead and just replicate them in your design tool. So rebuild them. That's just step number 1. Don't sell those designs. Don't just put a different logo on it and then send it to a client. What you should do is just use this phase to learn the approaches and learn the best practices that the best in the game are using. Once you've completed a few of the designs and you've made them for yourself, you'll start to gain a really good understanding of what is working. And you can start to morph them, adapt them, and pick and choose the best bits that you like, and then bring them into your own style, starting to bring your own creative spin into the design itself. It's at this stage you want to move to step 3, where you take all the lessons and learnings that you've just acquired and then produce a case study that is for a conceptual client that you can give for yourself. So once again, if you've chosen SaaS companies as your niche, then put together 3 different case studies for 3 different types of SaaS companies, each of them showing your different unique abilities that you've been learning along the way. Something that's important to think about at this stage is that each project feels distinct from each other, but still part of the general theme that would be attributed to SaaS companies. Because what you'll probably realize at this stage, having looked at so many websites, is that there is a general look and feel that SaaS companies have. So you'll have that understanding of the general look and feel, but then you'll also be able to bring your own unique spin to each of them to really showcase your breadth of abilities and style. At this stage, you'll move on to step 4, where you'll reach out to SaaS companies that look like they need a website refresh. The way you're going to do this is send them a Loom video that critiques their website. You're going to say a few positive things on the website about their business. You're going to say some things about who you are and what you do. And then you're going to show them how they can improve their site and some of the work that you've done in the past. You then send that video to them in any way you can, ensuring that it gets seen by someone on their side. If you send a few of these videos every single day and you have amazing case studies that are based on the best quality designs out there, you will get people coming back to you. And that leads us to the final and 5th step, which is to close the deal on the first call. Now, I'm going to make a full video that goes through my whole process for nailing the first call, but basically, fundamentally, what you want to do are a few specific things. First thing is you want to ask a lot of questions about their business, understand what the fundamentals are, and then ask 3 why questions. Why this, why now, and why me? You want to tell them what your process will be and what it's going to be like to work with you. And then you want to try and get a bit of an idea of the budget from them on that first call. If they're feeling a bit cagey about talking to you about a budget, Basically, I would recommend that you give them a range of prices to say it could be from this price to this price, depending on the scale of the project. So if you can give me some sort of budget idea, then we can work to that. If they still don't want to give you a budget, then I would say that I'll follow up with an email that gives a few different pricing options for them to choose from. This technique is known as price anchoring, and it really takes the pressure off you having to get the right price on that email and gives them a sense of choice. Now, this is a whole other topic that I will also dive into in another video because it's a really amazing way to price your work. But one thing you want to make sure you don't do is say a single price on that call, because it will basically put you in a corner and restrict you from changing the price later on. Once you've implemented this 5-step process for long enough, you will eventually get your first client. And at that point, you will start that flywheel of self-development where you get more clients, more examples of your work, more confidence, and it's just an amazing growth story from there, where you just keep pushing and keep building momentum. My goal for this channel is to help you build a business that allows you to live the way you want to. So if you're interested to learn more, I invite you to subscribe. If you have any questions about running your own business, then definitely make sure to leave them in the comments. It's my goal to help you out as much as I can, so I will either get back to you directly or I'll put together a video that answers the question. Anyway, best of luck out there, and I'll see you in the next video.